going to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm not sure what happened. I just had a brief little chat with Divine Sight and she's like, can you go back live? So I've tried coming back live. I've not received any like email or anything from the YouTube. And obviously it's never my intention to like break the rules. I would have no idea. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now I'll have to just update the title of that other live so that you guys know that it's now weekly readings in 2 parts. So we have, we started at Cancer, right? You haven't done anything. I know. I can't imagine, I mean, it's that subtle energy, isn't it, of I'm definitely aware of it in my awareness as well, so I must hold space for it and be present with it, defo. So it means that when I started, the last video would have been Cancer. I started at Cancer, didn't I? So Cancers were first, and then I did up until the Scorpio. So I'm gonna crack on, okay, you guys? I'm gonna continue with these weekly reads, and I'm starting from the Sagittarian energy, my Sagittarian lovers. There's a bit of healing to do, Saggies. Yeah. So there's some mental healing. Wait, maybe that I need to read Andy. She'll make me laugh. Maybe that was the ego check you mentioned, and it wasn't bad at all this time. I know, it certainly does, like, isn't it amazing that, like, I guess, oh, there's so much. So I'm excited. I will be doing my live share crew tomorrow, and it would be interesting to chat. Anywho, so yes, Sagittarius. There's definitely some healing happening here. This is possibly after a bout of movement, possibly thinking that you're moving to calmer waters, and then more heartache energy comes through. It's a little sticky. I'm feeling there's a bit of a stuck energy here, but it's definitely mental because it's all swords. It's all swords. And I'm sensing like you do know, like you know how to heal, you know what you're doing. Yeah, this is a deep wounding. A deep wound, like it's the childhood wound of abandonment ultimately. There's something coming through as well. We, at some point, get out of our heads, come into our hearts, and ask what we're desiring to have, right? Okay, super duper. So there's some clarity. 5-5. The outsider clinging to the past. So there's emotional healing that can be done with the energy of feeling stuck on the past. I'm never going to break free from this. I'm always abandoned. I always end up in the shits. And there's heart healing around. So when we do the proper depth of healing in the emotional body, we can usually access, heal, and shift that wounding by going into the crux of it, by going into like, I'm not worthy, and then fucking claiming it for yourself because you are. And yet there has to be a recognition of the link, the mental link and the heart link. So if we're not looking at those thoughts that are keeping us in anxiety or keeping us locked in, or I'm not allowed, or I'm not allowed to ask, or I can't deserve, or whatever it might be that limits us, right? Keeps us in that sticky energy. Sometimes we have to penetrate that depth of emotional wounding, that depth of our emotional field in pain, in emotional pain, to then release ourselves from the mental loop. That's that energy work. That's the work of the alchemist, okay? So, and then the nice thing here is that this is a past life. So this, it's kind of annoying, isn't it? But it's like, trust yourself. This is a past life. This has got to be done, okay? But you are moving beyond illusion. So there's a sense of you that is also coming into mastery, even though it also feels though you're in the crux of this transformation. Do you know, I'm certain one of our tribe here is a Sag, and very recently, I'm just recollecting this now, like in the last week or two, you just reached out. Now, this is somebody who I'm friends with, worked with, they've been working on this like very dense PowerPoint energy in the solar plexus, and then recently you're like, it's my heart, boosh. So this heart healing is coming through for the healing of the karmic loops and the childhood wounding. North Node. Ooh, you can maybe share a bit there. Okie doke, so let us move on. Moving on up the vibrational ladder. My Sag lovers, you guys feel free to book readings and whatnot if you fancy that. This is my book. So a lot of the alchemy stuff that I talk about is essentially like the teachings in the book, which are in alignment with like the majority of like any spiritual teaching or like law of attraction, blah blah. But this gives you some tools like breath work and offers some yoga meditation techniques and tools, all intuitive, of course. And it also, for me, highlights the fact that we're not here to bypass our emotional healing. We have to go to the depth of it, which there's divinity there, but it's fucking intense. Like, as in, I know in our 3D reality, it's like, I'm spiritual. Let's be all light and love. And yet my transformation was like, just perpetually ugly crying. Although I don't even want to label it ugly crying, because like when people cry, I just think crying is so beautiful. I mean, when it's real. So I also witnessed that in high school when girls would fake cry because. Did you guys ever have that? Do you guys have a memory of that? Maybe I'm not talking any, but I have a memory of like I would cry at things and like. And then I'd be aware of other people that like they would be like, it's almost like they were watching to recognize what was the like proper response, and then they would look around and then be like, oh, everyone's crying. Like they would put on a cry because I would say those are people who really are just natural. They're not necessarily bad people. They're just not empathic. And so they recognize that maybe they should show some emotion because people around them are showing emotion, right? Fortunately, the people that I know that are a little bit devoid of emotion, they come from good, loving families, and so they naturally have surrounded themselves with good, loving people, which is beautiful because it means that they're modeling their emotional response to compassionate people, which is positive. They just don't necessarily naturally have that. You know, they're maybe mentally quite genius or have certain things going on. Okay, my Saggies. So Sagittarius into Capricorn. So like we were talking with Andy in the last video, the cancers have been rammed up the arsehole many, many times over these last few years to get set on our path. The Capricorns have also. That's the cardinal energy, right? So Capricorn is the cardinal earth. Cancer is the cardinal water. So we've all had a reboot on the broader astrological sense, right? We've all had the reboot of starting a new life, in essence, on some level. Starting a new way of relating to our emotions, Cancer, learning how to look after ourselves, learning how to, look after ourselves, nurture ourselves, be at home in ourselves. The crab, that's the Cancer energy. And then what we're leaving behind is the distorted Capricornian energy on the lower base tone, which is control and domination. Personally, it's like shape-shifting our own control patterns. And then on a global collective level, it would appear that, the control and domination systematic function is falling away. So now we're into the Capricorn. Capricorn energy is also monumental, transformational, shifting here almost in all areas of your life. You're moving to calmer waters. You do have a decision to make, Capricorn, here. This is to do with your new world. This is over now. Thank God for that, right? So this cycle of abuse, this cycle of like, this is so the Mount Goat energy as well. Like, I will persist. I will continue. And those of us that have been continuing in that energy, it's like, thank goodness, because all that means to me in this sense or in this reading is like we're not going to have to struggle on anymore. Imagine trying to move about and do your work with all these swords in your back, right? All this karma dragging you down. It's over. It's not even like it's the 10, but it's the 10 reverse. It's complete. And then you have this gestation period, the world card, that's major arcana. There's a sense of coming into calmer water, mentally, emotionally speaking, so that you can let your new world gestate. And then just be aware that it's maybe likely that you have a decision. I'm going to get another card for clarity. There could be, and that's just something realizing, actually, that's in the reverse. You've done a lot of mental work. Oh, interesting. No. This isn't about a decision. This is about some kind of knowing. Because I'm realizing that sword, that 2 of sword is actually in the reverse. The 6 of sword is in the upright underneath the world. You're moving to calmer waters. Of course. Okay, that's simple. What you're moving away from is like comparing yourself to other people. You're moving away from compromise. You're moving away from having to do this depth of past life healings and like all this really deep shit that you've been going through, having to bottle it and, you know, find the courage to carry on. You're actually moving away from all of that even. And that means, well, on the mental level, when it comes to making decision, it's anchored, that decisive nature of you, Capricorn, is a little bit anchored in old paradigm, right? It's anchored in maybe a sense of compromise. It's anchored in past life karmic shit, and it's anchored actually in your non-believing in self. So really, truly, as these loops are tying up and as it's really closing the door on this chapter, you're simply in this gestation period anticipating the birthing of your new world, which I would say that is happening now, and or it'll happen in the next 6 months, so that you can really put the foundational pillars, i.e. it's like securing the foundation. That's the energy I feel that we're in new paradigm or paradigm shift global energies. Any of us that resonate on the heart level for the new earth energy, it's that we're vibrationally, we've been vibrationally doing all this clearing work, empath light work, community order, has energetically shifting the storylines, the false timelines, just on a lower base tone. And then we've vibrationally been raising ourselves up, and now we're preparing as we project into the field the new world, right? The new energy, the new timestamp frequencies. And so what's happening in the next 6 months is that more of the worldly, material, physical manifestations are landing in our reality, so that we can, on both the vibrational and physical levels, be making sure that the foundations we're laying and how that looks is how your home is, the garden, your circle, your inner circle of friends, your community, making sure that those foundations are set. Who are the people that you lean on, right? Who are the foundation? We want that foundation to be hella secure. And that's something as well that a lot of us have experienced, is that we thought we were putting down a secure foundation only to realize it wasn't secure at all. That's the control and domination system falling away. It's not true inherently, and or maybe it was true for Piscean age, but it's not true for the Aquarian age. So we have to come into our sovereignty and knowing to live in our own personal reality, to birth our own divine worlds into this reality. So we have these foundations which we're anchoring, that we're solidifying the foundation. Why? Because we have to start building the new world, my lovers. And then, so certainly I sense that by the end of this year, by the solstice in December, the foundations will be set, secure, and ready to be built upon. That's the new earth. And then we're going to just be vibrating high vibration in the new earth energy. Okay? And a drizzle of caramel. I don't mind if I do. I will have a drizzle of caramel too. Okie dokie. Now let's go Aquarius. I love Aquarians. I love all the signs. I don't ever want to like give some signs more love than others, but I do have a fondness for my Aquarian they've always brought, Aquarians have always been people who have helped me in new places or in situations and sparked some good energy. Like they, they just seem to fan the fire in me, kind of thing, and I've always really appreciated that. So my Aquarians, ooh baby, this is a very direct message. Like, you're definitely getting an offer here. There's a message of an offer, and it could be connected to love. It could be a sense of a soulmate union. Dude, yeah, there's justice here. You've had to walk away possibly multiple times from situations that weren't working for you on an emotional level. And I feel like you might be making an offer to somebody from your past, a Queen of Cups perhaps. Now, just be mindful here, their Queen of Cups is in the reverse underneath. So it might be that you're recognizing that this Queen of Cups has turned themselves around and you're sort of ramping up to make an offer, a substantial offer. It's really important, Aquarius, that you stay in your justice, you stay in your power, you stay in your upright, just to discern the energies. But it would definitely look, there's a Six of Cups here. There definitely looks like something's coming round to possibly make manifest as a new beginning in your reality. But yeah, that message is coming in. There is a message of love here. For some of you, I'm picking up, it could have been that what you walked away from, there was an energy with the Queen of Cups. That could be King of Cups as well, dependent. But that didn't work out. So there's possibly an energy of that didn't work out, and it's required you to really dig in deep and find your inner justice to want to make this offer and or to want to receive the offer. Bearing in mind here with the Justice card and that Six of Cups, it does look like a substantial offer. You're going to have to take it though. So if you stay dwelling on that past energy of like negative judgment or maybe a divorce going ugly or Queen of Cups being a bullshit manipulator, then you're going to have to really anchor in your justice for yourself and then really discern in your heart space whether or not this is something you want to receive. You have the choice. You have the power here, Aquarius. Justice has got your back, kind of thing. If you're wanting to resume, if you're wanting to make that offer, it can become real. It doesn't have to be, though, if you're gonna focus on what you lost or focus on the energy of the past. But this can become a very real, substantial offer if you turn it out, if you bring it out. But I feel like this Page of Pentacle and Six of Cups, this is something that brings a lot of sparkle to your life, and thus it can also trigger like, well, it didn't work out in the past, why would it work out this time? But that's in the upright, and it's up to you, and there's justice, so it's up to you to grab hold of that pentacle, i.e. that new beginning. Okay, that's my Aquarius. So Pisces. Okay, Pisces, let's see what's coming up for the Pisces lovers. And I'm just sort of keeping an eye on the interesting. How bizarre. Okay. Pisces, my little fishies. But you're not little fishies at all. You're incredibly wise. Okay, there's still a lot of sword energy coming through for all of us currently. Now, there's a sense of maybe a desire to move forward, but nothing's moving forward yet. There's still a sense here, Pisces, of coming into your full power and balance. Balancing the pentacle. There is a lot of pentacle coming through. Balancing your world and really harnessing your point of attraction through your power. Harnessing your power as the magician. There's something looping. There's such major arcana, Chariot, magician, world. There's something coming through with the magician, the chariot. Don't move too fast. Don't try to move too fast. Just boom, know your power. I think on the mental level, you want the chariot. You want this energy to move you forward. But on the energetic level, there's still a lot in your container to discern and come into alignment. So don't try to rush the manifestation, right? Don't try to rush the feeling of productivity, perhaps. You're wanting to get into the mental state of the trusting faith and knowing that you're moving to calmer waters. Simple as. That's what the cards are saying. Just get into that mental framework of like that absolute trusting, knowing that this is where you're going. I'm going to calmer waters. I'm going to better places. I'm going to more abundant, blah blah. I'm attracting more benevolent people. My relationships are in good harmony. Because the mental energy with the Two of Swords and then the Six, or rather the Five of Swords, but the Magician in the reverse is saying there's this feeling, and the Chariot there is also guiding me, but there's this feeling of like trying to rush ahead, but the mind is asking to be cleaned up more. As in the five of swords energy. This is like mental conflict, a little bit of like, I know, doubt, that what if they who are they going to come back, like are these people going to come back around and try to take my swords, are they going to poke fights with me, are they blah blah. You're actually over that energy on the vibrational level. Your world, your new world is very much coming in. It's just about the fact that we realize there's never a decision other than the one that you give yourself, right? And that has to do with your sense of be the magician. Don't doubt yourself, as in don't try to direct consciousness, I say, but that's not that. Don't try to direct the divine will. Be the soul of the divine will. So knowing that your magician is in the upright, the magician in the upright would never worry about a thing, because they're the true whole creator of the world that they're in. So the turning, one, put the Chariot aside, stop thinking about moving forward, and then turn that magician upside around and really look at any of the thought traces that are worried about this old energy coming back, and then the thought traces that make you doubt your decision-making capabilities, right? Hey, Scott Zetzela, how are you? All right, that's my Pisces. Aries. Ooh. Aries, you're not gonna want to see this card. This card just flew out, and that never happens, does it? Although, I love you guys. I love everyone. Myself. That's important, because it's challenging. Like, look at what we do to each other. Fuck. So it's because that popped out, and then I realized there's another card underneath it. It makes sense to me. Got to take some time to heal yourself. Heal that broken heart, my lover. Ugh. I almost am feeling a bit like sad that the heartbreak card, but maybe that's just the way. Like maybe that's just these continuing heart activations is just part of our collective awakening. I just, being it only a few years that I've been out of my own heartache healing, I'm just like, oh, it's so intense. It's so profound. It's so shapeshifty. And yet I swear to the Lord that all that is almighty, when you get through, you do survive. You know, you get through this heartache energy and you do become your own effing angel. You know, like I have to say, like as an adult woman in this world, it is really nice to feel like this. And not pretending to feel like this whilst secretly looking for someone to complete me, because that is the shift, part of it anyway, of deconstructing a low-level control domination paradigm around love and marriage. And it goes deep, and there's a lot of varying webs that intertwine in our realities in that old paradigm construct. You know, this whole spiritual awakening stuff is fucking monumental. So go easy on yourself. At the same time, give yourself loads of time, Aries. I know you want to move fast. I know you want to move forward like no other sign. But just stay. It might be that you need to slow down, just even while we're still in these eclipse portals. Take your time, my lovers. Take your time. That's a very specific part of... I don't feel necessarily the next cards are going to be connected to that, but... I just want to pick a couple more cards for the Aries. But yeah, you've got success coming in here, Aries. This is professional success and positive judgment. So this is like some kind of recognition. And it's good. It's positive. Like, about fucking time. And then when it comes to your heart stuff, you will have justice. There's temperance, justice, and judgment. Justice and judgment, right? These are very, very dynamic collective energies. Fasho. Okay, so the temperance is like... Just stay in your power, stay in your temperance mode, keep looking after your fan self. and then you're having success. This is a positive judgment. This is to do with a higher order in the Justice card for sure. So all this heartache energy, Aries, you just have to go through it, all right? Let's move on. 2 more signs. We got Taurians, my Taurus lovers. Let's see what comes through for the Taurus. So Taurus, very, very, it's the earth fixed sign, all right? Feeling that a bit too. Oh, nice one. North Node. Do you? Aries North Node. Interesting. Ugh, I love Astro, and I love the deeper, like the more we get into it. Taurus here. Hello, Ox. Welcome back. Thank you for finding your way back to the channel. We send loads of mega hot love to the YouTube vibrashe. They keep us going, right? Keep the love heart going. That would be so intense, wouldn't it? All right, so my Taurus lovers. Divine guidance and loving clarity for my Taurus. Taurus has often been, yeah, major helpers in my life, like beyond. Taurus. Some of the Taurus energy here. Let's top up my coffee. Let's top up a little bit of coffee. I'm like, did I just spill my coffee? No, I don't think so. Okay. Okay. Some of you, this is kind of a specific message there, Ox. I'm not sure how it will resonate with you, but some of you are walking away from an ungrounded, fiery energy. So this Knight of Wands reverse. Some of you are definitely taking the high road, and ooh, grapefruit juice, holla. I'm hearing that song. You can go your own way, go your own way. You're walking away from not just this ungrounded fire sign, but you could even say you're walking away from that energy in yourself. Ungrounded, maybe a little bit like, well, ungrounded. That's the best way to describe this energy. They just, like they're just floating everywhere, just kind of maybe people pleasing everybody around them, or pretending to be this big awesome person, and you're this energy of hermit in the reverse just feels to me like you're just done. You're just done with that. It's not even like you have to go into this deep hermit mode. You're just naturally quite grounded in your hermit. Like you're okay with yourself, and so you're walking away from energy that doesn't align anymore, and you're claiming your mental freedom here with this energy. But this is a new play. This is like a new energy for you, which makes you feel a bit page-like, possibly. It makes you feel, yeah, maybe a bit young when it comes to being the commander of your reality, right? There could be a little bit of financial, like, worry, Taurus. So I'm just gonna... well, I would say it's not just financial worry. It's more to do with so you're coming into this new sense of self. So you're kind of owning your mind, or owning your thoughts, or having a bit more fun, a bit more playful fun with this page energy, having walked away from a bunch of bullshit basically, and now I think maybe what it is it's triggering your sense of confidence and wealth. This new, maybe what's coming up is that as you're moving into this probably higher vibrational feeling and higher vibrational thought form, there's a little bit of doubt that is also coming through, as in, oh shit, how am I going to survive? Or oh shit, how am I going to make money? Or how, like, which is always what happens. The desire, test, receive. Desire, test, receive. That was my insight, and we actually took that bit out of the book. But that was my awareness of manifestation. You have the desire, inspire desire, and then often will be tested. So it's like, yay, high vibrashe, new beginning. And then some shit will go down that will make us be like, ooh, like, do you really want that? Do you really have the confidence to pursue that? Do you really want blah, blah? So that just feels, and that again is pretty fucking relevant with the current eclipse energies, right? Because we have absolutely global shapeshifty transformational energies. Eclipse seasons are always like this, and yet we have 3 in a row, and we have a double back-to-back moon energy in the Cancer. So it's like, this is really intense times, right? Like, if there were ever a kind of transformational point of history, we're living in it, you know. And the astrologers would then affirm, I'm charging my phone here, my loves, if the astrologers are not affirming that, you know, but they are in the astrological communities, they've been preempting and talking about this here now for, whoopsie daisy, for years, if not you know, decades, sorts of things. So apologies, my loves. We're getting close to completing, so that's cool. So yeah, so you're on this new path, and it is inspirational, it is positive, Taurus, and yet the excitement of it, and possibly the feeling of young youth in it, is simply triggering, like, oh no, am I gonna survive? Am I gonna actually move in this direction? Am I gonna move in this new beginning? And so yes, oh bless you. Okay, so this is really just a test of managing yourself, managing your stress levels, giving yourself, so it's like the excitable child. The mother or the father would always say, okay, you have to have dinner now, or like, it's time to go to sleep now, or it's time to have a bath now. High vibration energy, right? So for you to really grab hold of this new beginning, we want to keep it grounded. So as much as we're feeling high vibration, make sure, and this is actually for everybody, but make sure you're still doing our meditations, still doing our being outside, still doing our whatever it is for you that grounds you, that keeps you anchored in that grounded presence, to keep the mind, heart space very clear. Knowing the truth of your abundance, knowing that the truth is we are all that if we choose to be, right? So this is the truth. You've overcome a lot. And I would just say, Taurus, like, hella, it is really time to claim that new sword, to claim your new beginning, because you've done it, and you've managed to walk away from some bullshit. Okay, Taurus, and now Gemini. I don't know what it is about the Gemini, the word even. I can't help but like sing it. Some of them is like, Gemini, I'm singing the song. Gemini, this is it. This is it now. So Gemini, you guys are my final sign for these interesting couple live readings. Again, apologies, you guys. I was really late today. It was like almost 2 hours late broadcasting, and it's gonna take me a while to clear that. I do though. I miss it. And anyway, I'm not gonna dwell on it too long. So, my Gemini's, holla, we be in it. I've got Aquarius and Venus. Interesting, isn't it? Thanks, Ox. That song's making me think of something Scott sings sometimes, like, if I had $1 million, I'd buy your love. It's Bare Naked Ladies. It's a really funny song. They do a lot of comical kind of songs, but endearing as well. It's a song about, like, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a house, or something like that. Anyway, I try. I mean, if the weather was warmer here, I'd live in a fucking tent. A nice one. Keep it nice, obviously. It's my Virgo vibration. I'm like, it would still have to be just so. But sometimes I'm like, yeah, tent, camperman, whatever. Although I'm totally kidding myself. I want a home. I want bricks and mortar, because I have stuff to put in it and people to look after. So I'm like, come on, hook that shit up. Gemini, you guys are the final read. With the Gemini being a North Node, I would say a lot of us could end up resonating with the Gemini reading. So let's just see what comes through the cards. So Gemini, divine guidance, love and clarity for the Gemini. Oh yeah. You laying it to rest. Ugh, so much sword energy, you all. So the sword energy is like telling us that really clean up the mind, right? Really guts to clean up the mind here, okay? And lay it down in lieu of the Lovers. So the stuff going, it's like on a collective level, the stuff going on in our mind is just not it, which is why the Four of Swords is upright. The other swords are up like as in we're not necessarily thinking in alignment unless we're proper in our star power, vibrating the highest high of 10 of Cups. And we are being asked to move forward as the stars that we are. We are being asked to move forward in full manifestation belief that happily ever after is ours for the creating. But what do we have to lay down? We have to lay down thinking we know how to do it. Thinking, I'm just gonna control I'm just gonna manifest with my like the thoughts in my mind, rather than being in love with the totality of who you are in this divine presence, totally trusting in the star power and the intuitive guidance that you're living, and essentially vibrationally moving toward this with blind faith. Yeah. Blind faith as in moving from the heart, not with the head, not with the logical reasoning. As in, we can still, hopefully anyway, you can still be in your heart and then reason from that space, but not based in the physical illusion, right? We're breaking free from the illusion. That's, I mean, it's so effing profound what's going on right now in our collective humanity story. Especially because we've been living in it. We've been living in this reality where like, that's the, oh yeah, 3D reality. That's my reality. Let's just be fucking shallow shoppers all the time. Like this very fucking weird, placated, just like dumbed down version of reality, and then we're starting to open up to like boom, 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 like cosmic stardust is entering our field. Like we're trying to learn how to love ourselves and like rise into this epic co-creative hot love vibration love in the world. This isn't just for us as individuals. This is for humanity. Certainly in this community, all to love. All doesn't mean just a couple of us. All means everybody. Everybody gets to live in happily ever after, not just movie stars and lucky people that our 3D mindset tells us. So, everyone. So, and why? Because everyone's a fucking star and everyone has the power to shift the shit, to heal the karma of the darkness. I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of your heart. I believe in a thing called love. Ooh. Get down. The darkness. Isn't it ironic that that band is called The Darkness? And they have that song, I believe in a thing called love. I don't know any other of their music, by the way. That's also what I do here, is I just sing bits of songs, usually getting the lyrics wrong. Yeah, this Gemini, thank you Geminis for sharing your reading with the collective, because I do very much intuit that this is a collective, almost, you know, a very much broader collective, right? Ba ba ba, on point with that placement. Tell me. GP with Domino's. Ooh, Domino's. Apparently Domino's does a vegan pizza. I mean, Domino's doesn't have, I would say, the best pizza in the world. No offense, Domino's, but do you guys get that? But anyway, but fair dues, they're starting to get, yeah, vegan Domino's pizza, and I would try it. Especially now that I'm getting back into the surf and my body is aching. Like I enjoy, I guess you could say, the vegan junk food if I've just been out all day and busy. Okay, I think that might be it. We are moving forward. We are being guided. We are laying to rest the old thought program. We're laying to rest the old concept of what we thought reality was. And we're moving into this higher divine life, which is effing beautiful. And it's so good to be lined up now in this community. And yet a lot of us know the amount of Shazam, the amount of bullshit we've had to navigate to get into this energy. And yet the more we integrate it, the more we live it, the more we vibrate in it, the more we manifest it, the easier. The easier. Oh. Mama. Oh, that reminds me, I had a dream. I had a dream about rescuing an animal. I had to keep checking on it to keep it alive. and then ladies came to take it. Anyway, I'm just suddenly having a recall of a dream I had. Have a great day, Ox. Thanks again. Thank you. Yeah, so we all have this in our vortex. It's time to lay down any blockage, lay down anything that would say you don't have this, because you do. It'd be here. All right, my loves, keeping mega heart love for everybody. Mega love to the YouTube community and the broader YouTube community for keeping this channel going. I'm so thankful, really, really am. And to all of you guys who keep showing up here, and mostly for choosing to love yourself and choosing empathy and compassion and oh, thank you, Andy, of course, and make a hot love. Oh, I feel this, like, we're now the Care Bears blasting light-filled awareness to the birdie. Calcifer! To the birdie that Divine Sight's healing. Wherever it goes, right? And mega love for this community. You guys are amazing. I'm so thankful for you, and I'll look forward to seeing. I'm going live for Live Share Crew. And for my Ellen, whom I did miss, I really look forward, and I will make an absolute effort. I'll be going live a little bit earlier tomorrow for the Live Share Crew so that my West Coasters get to be here with us. So, mega love you guys. Hey, Mary! So, virtual hugs. That's me virtual hugging you. And most of y'all just have a great day. Happy solstice. Happy new moon. It has been an absolute joyful pleasure. It was Calcifer. Calcifer! That's me being like a cartoon character where I'm like, hey, late to the party, Mary. My apologies. It's my, I really mess up. See, like, that's the old, can you guys feel the teetering of how that's part of my old energy of how, like, seriously, I'm like, it's gonna take me, like, the day just to kind of process the fact that I was really late today from what I said. And, like, I know that none of you all care, and yet I care. If you guys know what it's like working for yourself as well, it's like all the okay, hi, okay, mega love you guys. Can't wait to see most of you guys in the live share tomorrow, and yeah, big juicy love hugs on this solstice day. I'll be going down to the beach at some point, I should think, and just setting a little intentional prayer and possibly maybe planting a crystal or something in the seabed, so that we continue to birth this new earth in love and harmony. Oh, I love you, Brenda. So much love for you guys. So much love. Have a great Sunday. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Juicy. Oh yeah, I got those coming too. Peace out, my friends. Speak soon. Bye bye.